Today, let's talk about the importance of searching the Scriptures daily. I'm going to read you from Acts chapter 17, verses 11 and 12. This is where we read. These were more fair-minded than those in Thessalonica, in that they received the word with all readiness and searched the Scriptures daily to find out whether these things were so. Therefore many of them believed, and also not a few of the Greeks, prominent women as well as men. As Paul traveled through the area that we know today as Greece, he went from city to city, preaching the good news of Jesus Christ. In Berea, he followed his familiar strategy, and he found that the audience was more fair-minded than those in Thessalonica. Now, two things earned this compliment for the Bereans. First of all, they received the word with all readiness. Secondly, they searched the Scriptures daily to find out whether these things were so. You see, the Bereans heard the teaching of the most famous apostle and theologian of the early church, and he was the human author of at least 13 New Testament books. Yet, they searched the Scriptures when Paul taught to see if his teaching was truly biblical. They would not accept Paul's teaching without checking for themselves so that they could know if these things were so. When the Bereans heard Paul teach, their settled reaction wasn't, well, he's a fine speaker. It wasn't, I don't like the way he talks. It wasn't, what a funny preacher. No, instead the Bereans wanted to know, are these things so? Does this man teach us the truth? We must search the Scriptures daily to find out whether these things are so. Now, their research was not casual. It had a certain character. First, they searched the Scriptures. It was worth it to them to work hard at it and to investigate what the Word of God said and how Paul's teaching may match up with it. Secondly, they searched the Scriptures daily to find out. It wasn't a one-time quick look. They made a point of diligent, extended study. Third, they searched the Scriptures daily to find out. They believed that they could understand and find out truth from the Bible. For them, the Bible was not just a pretty book of poetry or mystery or nice spiritual inspiration and thoughts for the day. No, it was a book of truth. And that truth was there to find out. But with all their diligent searching and concern for the truth, the Bereans did not become skeptics. They also received the word with all readiness. When Paul preached, they had open hearts, but they also had clear heads. Many people have clear heads but closed hearts, and they never receive the word with all readiness. It was both of these things that made the Bereans more fair-minded than those in Thessalonica. Now, Paul had nothing to fear by the diligent searching of the Scriptures by the Bereans. If they were really seeking God and His Word, they would find out what Paul preached was true. This is exactly what happened among the Bereans, and therefore many of them believed. Friends, be like the Bereans. Search the Bible. Search it daily. Search it to find out God's truth. And that's an attitude you can have in seeking after God and by evaluating teachers such as myself. And you can have that same attitude today.